What's up, YouTube? Madman here. Welcome back to another video. If you can read the title by now today, you can see that it's going to be a story time. I was trying to tell this story for the longest, but I couldn't like put it into the way I want to tell it. But to be honest, this story is probably going to be, set up to like 3 different parts. I don't know how many parts it's going to be, but it's going to be split into 3 different parts, or some more parts to be part 1. So I honestly don't know I'm going to title this video, but when I'm done, you're going to see the title. But today, this story takes place in the year 2016. This wasn't a bad day, and it wasn't a fun day. It was just a very interesting day. And y'all know why I'll say that at the end of this video. So basically, this takes place in my 9th grade year, 2016. The person that I was talking about in my last exes video, Samantha, this was her 16th birthday party. Or like, she had like a quinceanera or something like that. So as I was getting ready for it and getting dressed, I didn't have to wear a suit, but it's like a suit. So I was getting ready for that, and then we were on our way. We got there, right? So let me give you a little background knowledge. When I was on my way there, I was expecting like I wasn't expecting like a huge party, like music, loud, people got drinks. Nah. I mean, like, it's a party, but not a party, So I knew it was a quinceañera, so I was expecting like, her to be put like in a chair and or something like that. I know now that's a bar mitzvah, but back then I was a little dummy, so I didn't really know that much. So hey, it's whatever's. So I got there. She rented out this building or whatever to have the thing. It wasn't held at her house, it was at this building. So we got there, got a little gift or whatever. I was wearing a suit and a jacket. It was cold outside. It was around like March. So we got there, walked through the stairs. All I see is Samantha and all her cousins lined up. They're all wearing dresses. She had like this big wedding dress. Like it was huge. It looked all special. It's whatever. So, me being like the awkward person that I am, I walked up the stairs and I was like, "Hey, Samantha." She was like, "Oh, hey, Matthew." And then she like, "Okay, you can just go go through that door and just sit down." I just still looking at her, because I was confused and I was nervous. I didn't really move. And then she was like, "Matthew, what are you doing?" Go through that door. I was like, "Oh, okay." And I walked through the door. I walked through those doors. I don't know nobody. I don't know a dang soul. It's all of Samantha's family and relatives, blah, blah, blah. The only person that was there that I knew, unfortunately, was my ex at the time. So, that just doesn't really do too well for my anxiety, because like, I'm in a room and I don't know nobody. The only person that I do know is my ex. Why? So, it's whatever's. So the place was crowded out. The place was crowded or whatever. Hold on. The place was crowded, so there was no available seats. So my dog's right here. So if you hear him do stuff, ignore him. But there was no available seats. So all I had. Hold on, give me a second. There was no available seats. So I had to like sit up against the wall, and I was at that wall for like an hour, to be honest. I was leaning on that wall for an hour. So background knowledge: I'm wearing a suit and a big jacket, standing up. I don't know nobody in the room. The only person I know in the room is my ex. When anybody gets settled down, they start reading stuff off the Bible. I'm like, yo, I thought it was a party, not freaking Bible study. So, I'm just sitting there like, okay, when is the actual thing gonna start? And like everybody's up there, like reading stuff from the Bible, telling how the family relatives are telling how much they love Samantha, blah blah blah. I'm just sitting up close against the wall, like, all right, when is this gonna start? And you know, people would walk down for the podium or whatever. I thought it was over, but nah, another person want to walk up and they want to keep saying stuff from the Bible, blah blah blah. And I'm just sitting up here, you know, mind you, I'm wearing a suit. That a suit is already a lot of layers. I'm wearing a huge jacket above the suit. I'm standing up. I don't know nobody in the room. The only person I know in the room is Samantha and my ex. And you know that feeling when you feel like the entire room is looking at you weird, but they're not? I had that feeling. So, you know, just to let you know, my whole body, my armpits, my back, my forehead, my butt was like, you know, a whole water park because I was sweating. And I was like, it wasn't even hot in the room. I was just sweating because I was just nervous. I was just panicking. I don't know nobody. I was freaking out. So, you know, like I was just sitting there and like, I couldn't take my jacket off because if I take a jacket off, you're gonna see like the whole sweat puddle on my armpit. So I couldn't do that. So I was stuck. And like, I was like, all right, when am I gonna, when is it gonna start? You know, I'm freaking out over here. And then that went on for like 10 minutes. And then like out of nowhere, my eyesight started getting a little blurry. And I was like I couldn't see Samantha from across the room. I couldn't see, it was getting blurry. And I couldn't breathe correctly. It was just a mess. So I was like, yeah, I'm about to faint on this floor. So that went on for like me just panicking, can't breathe, can't see, sweating all over the place, standing up, huge jacket on, suit. That went on for about like, I want to say like 15 minutes of me just panicking. At that point, I couldn't handle it anymore. So, you know how you like pat someone's shoulder to like get their attention? I was kind of freaking out, so I lightly punched, I finally punched some stranger's back, and I was like, hey, where's the bathroom? And they were like, oh, just by that door, blah, blah, yeah. As they were telling me the directions, I was already outside the door. Like I said thanks through the doorway, because I was already out, I was done. So, ran towards the bathroom, opened the door. I was so happy. I was so blessed that there was nobody in the bathroom. But it was empty. I was like, all right, cool. So I immediately take my jacket off. There's sweat from here down to my knee. Like it was just all over the place. I was sweating. It was crazy. So I was like, so it was so crazy. I took a picture of it and sent it to my dad. I'm not sure if I still have the picture. If I do have the picture, I'll like put it in the frame somewhere. But you know, so I had to get like the little bathroom paper towels or whatever, the little cheap brown paper towels. Yeah, I had to unbutton my suit and like get in there and like pat myself down. That wasn't enough, so I had to get like a little air thing. So I was like doing this on the little air thing because it was just crazy. It was a lot of sweat. So some dude walked in the bathroom and I'm like, so he saw me, you know, doing this weird contraption. And, you know, it got weird quickly, so I immediately stopped and just put my shirt back up, my jacket back on, and walked out like I was doing, like nothing happened. And I pray I didn't see that guy ever again for the rest of the party. So, got back to the wall. You know what they still doing? Bible study. So I'm like, okay. So, you know, I'm still against the wall or whatever. And luckily, it was over in a couple of minutes. So, yeah, I was done. I finally grabbed the seat. They brought the food out or whatever. Took my jacket off finally because the sweat was gone for the most part. My friend was there. Another person came. Her name was Stephanie. She was also there. So, I was talking to her for let's calm me down, just regular conversation. I was just eating my food. You know, since I was stressed out and almost fainted on the ground, you know, I was destroying my food. Like I was destroying my food. Like I sat down on that plate. The plate was clean after like 10 minutes. So, you know what I'm saying? It was just a mess. So after that, I was eating my food. After I was just chilling on my phone. Samantha came by and was like, oh my God, Matthew, I'm so happy you came, blah, blah, blah. I gave her her gift or whatever, blah, blah, blah. She went back to doing whatever she was doing. And then I was chilling on my seat. Guess who comes behind me? My ex at the time. So I was like, so me being stressed, exhausted. I didn't even do nothing but stand up, but I was already exhausted. Sweating up a storm. My mind was just all over the place. The last thing I need is interactions with my ex. Now my ex is, at the time, my ex was like super hyperactive. Like she had a good attitude. Nothing wrong with that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, you know, she is very hyped up. And she was always smiling for whatever reason. So that's the last thing I needed. So she was over there saying, "Oh, hi Matthew, how you doing? Oh, blah, blah." So I'm just like, fine, you know, I don't know why you're talking to me or whatever, but, you know, hey, whatever. And then we're talking, I don't know why she was talking to me, but she was talking to me, whatever. And then she took my phone and started taking like goofy pictures of herself on my phone. So now I got to get home and like cry myself to sleep while I'm deleting your pictures on my phone. So thanks a lot. So after that, it was just we were me, Samantha, and my ex was just chilling. This is after I calmed down. We were just chilling, you know, at the party, you know, talking to our siblings or whatever, getting to know them or whatever. We were just chilling, blah, blah, blah. And that was going on for about like an hour or so. And after that, we had to pack up and clean up and leave. So, hold on. Yo, wait. What are you doing? Oh, God. What are you doing? It'd be like that sometimes. Hold on. I'm sorry, fam. So, anyway, we were cleaning up. And then, yeah. But you know what? You know how it be like that sometimes? This is the end of part 1 because like the crazy stuff happens in part 2. So, you know what I'm saying? Come back next week. It's gonna be like Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, come back next week, find out what happens. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it be like that sometimes. I don't know how long this video is or whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video either, but it be like that sometimes. So yeah, tune in next week for the conclusion or whatever. It be like that sometimes. Womp 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 womp. It be like that.
Ooh, know that. Yeah, know that. Ooh, get it, get it, get it, get it.